Okay, so we're recording now, and then you can clean it up, what needs to be cleaned up. Like all of that extra talk we were just doing, maybe?
No, because it wasn't recorded.
All right. Okay. Look, and I only had 2 sips. Okay,
Welcome, everyone.
Huh?
I was just saying welcome.
Yeah, welcome everybody. I'm Liz, for those of you who may not know me. Liz Head, owner of EC Head Training Workshops. And of course, I do a nugget for you guys. I do nuggets for you guys periodically just to help with your continued training. And most of the stuff that I come up with for a nugget, it comes from some questions that some of you may have asked me. And also it comes from some of the stuff that I see people doing on Facebook. And I just want to bring it, circle back around and just give you a little heads up on what you may or may not want to do. So what you're talking about tonight is where can you do a Texas cash out refinance? Now, so we're going to start with what is a cash out refinance? Can someone tell me what a cash out refinance is? More particularly, can you tell me what a Texas cash out refinance is? Which is sometimes referred to as an A6 loan. It'll come through as an A6.
Message is for Mary Lane. This is Ms. Kara calling with Flagship Credit. Ms. Lane, please return this call as soon as you get this message. It is very important that Flagship speaks with you here in the office today. The number here is 1-800.
Okay, now, I don't think that's the answer I was looking for. Who's talking?
That's Katisha. I just muted her.
Oh, okay. Okay. So who wants to tell me what a cash out refinance is?
Is it where you take the cash out of your equity out of your home in Texas?
Look at you being smart. And if it is taking cash out of your homestead property in the state of Texas, you have to do it in a certain place. And some people are of the opinion that they can do a cash out refinance in a parking lot. You cannot. It ain't the lender's office, it's not the title company or the attorney's office if you're just in the parking lot. If you are in the parking lot, and sometimes people will pull up, most of these offices are not in a standalone building. The title company is actually inside, or the attorney's office or the lender's office is inside of a building in a suite number. Therefore, for you to pull up in the parking lot and say you're at a title company or attorney's office or the lender's office, that ain't gonna work. It should not work. I also saw something yesterday on Facebook where someone asked a very valid question. I do not remember exactly what the question was, but it was a valid question. But all of the responses that were attached to that question just got really crazy. And the one that I found to be most disturbing was that one person told that new person, well, sometimes it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. And I agree to a point, but that is not something that I would teach a new person. If you're going to go to the line, if you're going to, go to the line and not cross it, you've got to know where that line is, which means you've got to know what you're doing. You've got to know the right way to do it before you start taking shortcuts. If you start learning by shortcuts, counting on asking for forgiveness, that may not serve you well as time goes on. Because what I want you to think about is that you don't want to necessarily do anything purposely that's going to violate your notary commission. You do not want to do anything that you are not comfortable defending in court. If you cannot defend it in court, I suggest you do not do it. You find another way to make your money, because you could also, and you could lose your commission, but you could also end up in jail. So if that's not something that you want to risk, don't do it. The other thing I teach you guys is that oftentimes your hiring companies will ask you to do things that they may or may not know is wrong. All they know is that they want to get this deal done. And that's especially true towards month end. I had a call from a hiring company last week, month end, who wanted me to do a rush close, a rush cash out. And as it would be, I was already at the title company. So I said, sure, have them come at 2:30. Well, even though it was a rush, I still confirmed my appointments. So I called to confirm, and there was a Spanish speaking message. So I called the hiring company back and I said, well, there's a Spanish message. So I'm not sure, yada, yada, yada. And the young lady said to me, yeah, the son is going to come to interpret. And I says, no, we can't do that. You know, in the state of Texas, you know, you got to be able to, oh no, Liz, it's okay. You can do it. I said, no, you know, I said, I'd repeat it. And so she started arguing with me. And I said, look, I will not do it because the Secretary of State said, da 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 da. This young lady said to me, well, it's okay for you to do it because you are, what was her word? You're with the NNA. You're certified with the NNA. I said, you're absolutely right. I'm certified with the NNA. I'm commissioned with the state of Texas. Therefore, I will not be doing this. Well, Liz, he can understand some of what you're going to say. I said, let me tell you, if you send those people to me and I find out that when I start the closing, I find out that they are unable to understand what I am saying. Well, you know, sometimes they do have to ask somebody. No, ma'am. They will not be able to say anything to their son. Their son will not even be in the room. Well, Liz, you're being unreasonable. I said, you're damn straight. Now, like I said, I'm not going to do it. So you go figure that out because that's not. So you have to know your guidelines. You've got to know your guidelines. You've got to know what you can and cannot do because they won't always know, and they think that they think that the NNA owns us. The NNA does not own us. Their Secretary of State owns us. Look where we are, y'all. We to a giveaway, but that was too fast. I told y'all. Now let me see if I can go. I'm gonna have to stop sharing this screen, and just so y'all don't think I just be making stuff up, I'm going to share where I get my information from. So I'm going to share, I've got 4 documents that I'm going to share with you, and I have to do them one at a time. I have to do them one at a time because I don't know any other way to do them right now, but I'm learning. Okay, where I get my information, can y'all see this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Where I get my information, and the reason I say to you, always make sure that you source. You get a lot of information on Facebook, people will tell you stuff. Well, you want to make sure that you source your information. You want to know where that information is coming from. So what you will find in every cash out loan is this certificate from the originating lender, okay, regarding the A6. Somebody need to mute themselves. I'm in competition with you. So right up here at the very top that I've highlighted, it starts with the lenders, reps and warranties. They represent that the originating lender complied with all requirements of Section 50A6 of Article 26 of the Texas Constitution. in effect at the time of originating the loan, including but not limited to the following. And then you got a whole lot of stuff down here. We come down here, the extension of credit was closed at either the office of the originating lender, an attorney at law, or a title company. Now, people start trying to play on words. And this little word right here, this little word at, well, they'll say, well, I was in the parking lot, so I was at the title company. Okay, if you want to play that and play stupid, if you get caught, then, you know, that's on you. But just know, do not play on words when you have this, because now I'm going to I'm going to close this one out, and I'm going to attempt to go to the second page, of that document, so we can see what else is going to happen with this. Let's see. I'm going to share, and I'm going to go right over here. Can you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, look at number 13. The originating lender has obtained title insurance subject to policy terms on the following matter. And then we have a whole list of matters. Look right here. The extension of credit secured by the lien of the insured mortgage being closed at a location other than the office of the lender, an attorney at law, or a title company. So you see here, this title insurance, it ain't gonna cover if this loan is closed in the parking lot. It ain't gonna cover that. Title policy is not going to cover that. So just know that. Then the title company is in trouble. Title company get in trouble for not having it closed in the right place, and they get sued. Then they're going to come after you, because you see down here, the notary, the title company or the lender or whoever has got to have this notarized saying that they did the right thing. So, any questions on that? We all clear? Okay, I'm going to stop sharing that one, and then I'm going to go to what is going to affect us. Owners, can y'all see it? Somebody tell me you can
Yes.
see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see
Yes.
it.
Okay. You know, I'm nervous when I start going in and out here. Owner affidavit of compliance. You see, we got that same section 50A6. Okay. Now, let's look to see what we are doing. Look at number 6. Somebody read me what number 6 says.
The loan
The
is
loan
being
is being
closed.
closed. Oh, well, go ahead.
Go ahead.
It says the loan is being closed this date at the office of the lender, or if not at the office of the lender, at the offices of an attorney at law or title insurance company authorized by the lender, and not before. Okay.
Yeah. Now, let's move on down. This is what the owner, now, okay, I'm going to stop sharing that one because I'm going to page 2 of that document. Whoops. Whoa. Shoot. Hold on. I clicked too fast. There we go. Where is my little share screen thing? You see this? Can you tell me you see this screen?
Yes, ma'am.
You got all kinds of stuff that you are acknowledging up here, or it's not you are acknowledging, the signer is acknowledging, okay? And then down here, this is a sworn statement. Do not sign this affidavit unless you've read it. That's to the borrower. So the borrower is also certifying that they have closed at an attorney, they've sworn that they have closed at a title company, attorney's office, or lender's office. And then look down here, who's gonna do this? Is this us? So you have just notarized this person's signature, attesting that they are at the title company, an attorney's office, or a lender's office. Any questions on any of this? And anybody got any ideas about why it should be okay to do this in a parking lot? Anybody got any ideas on that?
It's not okay.
It's not, period. But Liz, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I thought the closing could not take place at the lender's office, rather it has to be at a title or attorney's office for a cash out.
It can be at the originating lender's office.
It can, okay.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. According to that article that we just, well, not article, it's really the Texas Constitution, but it's not just any lender. Let's say that Wells Fargo is the originating lender. You can't say, I'm gonna go over to Bank of America because they are a lender. No, it has to be the originating lender's office, so that would be Wells Fargo. Or if it's not gonna be at the lender's office, then you must have access to a title company or an attorney's office in order to do your Texas cash outs. So I urge you not to push the envelope on that and do it at a, in a parking lot. I really urge you not to do that. If you do that, understand what the repercussions could be. And then the other thing is, what are you gonna do if you just decide you're gonna pull up to a title company because you know there's a title company in your area and you're doing it in your car, and somebody called the police on you because you've not gotten permission from a title company or anybody who's in that building to be in their building, so you're loitering. That ain't gonna look good on the news. But anyway, I just wanted to share this information with you guys because it concerned me, because I saw that so many times on Facebook, and one person called me after she had done this to tell me that she had done that. And my question to her was, do you think you did the right thing? And she said no. And she knew better, but she did it anyway. $100 is not worth risking your commission for. There will be another one. You don't need to do that one. That makes sense? It ain't the parking lot, y'all. It ain't the parking lot. Any other questions?
Yes, ma'am. So we know that, the HELOC is generally going to be the equity cash out, but if they refinance their first mortgage with cash out, it's still a cash out, right?
Carrie, say that again.
Well, we know that when somebody takes out a home equity line of credit, a HELOC, that it's going to be a cash out. But if somebody refinances, say, their first mortgage and they take out cash, that still falls under these guidelines, correct?
It falls under the guideline. A HELOC and a cash out fall under the guidelines, and it's got to be in a title company, attorney's office, or the What's the other one? Lender, title,
Originating.
yeah, lender, title,
Okay.
attorney. Now, but there's a difference. Let's not confuse the HELOCs with the cash outs. You do a cash out, you're taking a lump sum of cash right then. A HELOC, which is a line of credit, you don't start getting charged any interest until you start drawing the money. The line of credit, the money is just sitting there
Right.
until you decide you need it. So that's the difference, but they both must be closed in a title company, attorney's office, or the lender's office.
Okay.
All right?
Now, Liz, for the
Yeah.
HELOC, does that have to be the originating lender as well?
No, ma'am. What do you
Okay.
mean? Wait a minute, what do you mean? Does it have to be the originating lender?
Well, you know, the HELOC, on the cash out, the regular A6 cash out, it says the originating lender.
Right.
For a home equity line of credit, can that be at any lender?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am. It needs to be at the originating lender, title company, or attorney's office. Most of those are going to be at, most of the HELOCs are at the originating lenders. The only ones, I've never had one, a HELOC that I had to take to a title company or an attorney's office. They've always been like at Chase, Citi, Wells Fargo. They're actually in their office. And you know, you have enough branch offices for those, especially Chase does a lot of them. And you've got those all over. So it doesn't have to be in, let's say, it doesn't have to be in the Arlington branch. It can be, you know, as long as it is a Chase bank. That Chase bank is the originating lender. Therefore, you can close in any Chase branch.
Right.
That makes sense?
Yes. I just, I didn't, because I've done a number of HELOCs, but I couldn't remember because I don't pay attention to if it's the originating lender, because most of the time they, when I was doing them, they would just set up, you know, tell me which branch to go to.
Right.
People, so I never paid attention if it was the originating lender or not. I just went.
You just went. You just went and got your money, Maxine.
Exactly.
That's right. Anything else?
Miss Liz?
Oh,
Yes.
go ahead.
So I wanted to, I guess, to clarify, but I had heard that anytime anyone is getting any cash back on a, whether it's refinance or whatever, even if it's just a penny, that's still considered a cash out, right?
Yes, sir.
Even if, like, let's say the title or whoever makes a mistake and they don't tell you that it's a cash out, but you check if there's money going back to the borrower on the CD, that's considered a cash out, right?
We're talking homestead property. Now, let me tell you, when you will, from time to time, see cash going back is on a VA. Because if they've had to pay their appraisal fee up front, or they had to pay whatever up front, they will get that money back. Now, some lenders will give that back to them after they close. Some lenders will reduce their principal, but on a VA, on a VA, it is, you know, it's no money down type thing with a VA. They never have to bring any money to closing, typically. So therefore, occasionally you may see a little money going back to a borrower, but let me tell you, we're not really the police. And if you know, you may not know, but whenever that happens, that means some kind of an adjustment needed to be made. And they can make that adjustment after closing. But what you will do, perhaps, is to just indicate, first of all, you see some money going back to somebody and you're not at a title company, even if it is a penny, you're going to make a note somewhere that you are aware that there's this money on the CD that's showing is going to the borrower, and this is not a cash out. You will also know somewhere on there it's showing you whether or not it is a cash out refi. So common sense is going to kick in for us because we are problem solvers, and we're going to say, hey, this kind of looks like a cash out, but I know that the loan type does not say, the financing type does not say it is a cash out. So you question it. We're not the police,
Okay.
but you question it. And let the title
That's kind of what I was getting to.
You let the hiring company tell you how to handle it.
Okay, and that's what I was kind of getting to. Like, if you see it and it's not indicated elsewhere for whatever reason, that's something you would just double check and say, "Hey, I was just wondering if da 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 da."
Yeah,
go with that, right?
Yes, sir. You're absolutely right. You see something, you say something.
Okay, thank you, Miss
Okay.
Liz.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Any other questions?
Yes, ma'am. I remember years back in mortgage, like they had the limited cash out, nothing over 2,000. Is that still the case nowadays?
What do you mean? What do you mean no cash
Where there
out?
might be like a refinance that was considered years back that was a limited cash out, no more than $2,000. Do they still have those that they're not truly considered to be the cash out
Well, no,
transaction?
I don't believe so. Now, what I remember, because see, in Texas, before we started this cash out in about 2008, I don't know, 2007, something like. Anyway, you could not do a cash out at all in the state of Texas. But in other states, there was a limit on the amount. I know in Illinois, where I used to work, there was a limit on the amount that you could get without, depending on the type of loan that you were doing. But no, there's no limit necessarily other than your loan to value. Your loan to value ratio comes into play when you're doing a cash out, just like it does with anything else. Any other type of financing, they're looking at the loan to value ratio for what you can borrow. I mean, what you can take out.
Okay.
So I would say no to that question.
Okay, thank you.
That's not prevalent at all. Any other questions?
I do have one more question. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. So whenever an order notification comes through, are you available for a cash out, HELOC, whatever? How do you know if you want to say, yeah, I'm available, if you don't know where the close, if they have a place for you to close it? If you're not one of these that has a relationship yet with a title company or attorney's office.
Somebody want to answer that for her? If you don't have a relationship with your title companies or attorney's offices, when that A6 comes through or the cash out comes through, a HELOC comes through, you're going to say, nope, can't do it. So you want to establish that relationship ahead of time to know that you have a place where you can go to perform that signing.
Okay. So otherwise they just don't tell you up front, oh, we're providing the office for you to do it.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am. Every once in a while, the signing service will have an office for you, but typically they expect that you will get the office. You will pay the fee up front. They will reimburse you for the fee. Carrie, what area are you in?
I'm in McKinney.
You're in McKinney. I can't help you at all. All the title companies that I have, I'm sorry?
Said I appreciate the thought anyway.
Yeah, because, I have a relationship with several title companies down my way, but most of them aren't letting us in now anyway. So it's real hard right now because of COVID. I just happen to have a relationship with a couple who will let me, they'll let me come in. But you already need that relationship established before you take a cash out, because when you say yes, then you're gonna you get the assignment. They're immediately gonna ask you for the title, the name and address for the title company. Which brings me to another point. When you give them the name and the address for the title company, some of them may even call the title company or the attorney's office to confirm that you have an appointment set. And then if they say no, because you intend to do it in parking lot, that can mess up your relationship as well.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
And that's kind of like a segue to what I was going to ask too. Would you suggest maybe going to maybe attorney's office or a title company that's within your area just to introduce yourself and say, hey, if I ever receive a Texas cash out, is it possible I can use your space?
That's exactly what you need to do. You need to network. You need to establish those relationships. Now, if any of you have your own personal attorney in your area, because I use my personal attorney, they let me use their office. Well, they didn't while we were in COVID. Nobody could come in there, but they're opening it up a little bit. But that's my personal attorney. So they let me do it. So if you have a personal attorney, use that relationship. And then if your personal attorney is not in the area that you need, perhaps they have some, partners. And then a lot of them have offices in different areas. So yes, absolutely. You reach out to the attorney offices in your area so you can do those cash outs and HELOCs. Okay. Anything else on cash outs? I'm about to hit.
Liz.
Yes.
When you do when you're trying to establish a relationship with an attorney or whatever, one of the things you also have to look at is what they're going to be charging, right?
Yeah. Some of them will charge, some of them will charge up to $150. And yeah, some of them will charge up to $150. So what you want to make sure of is that you ain't got one of them, because most hiring companies are not going to pay that kind of room fee. However, if they're desperate, if they need to get that loan closed, they will pay that room fee. But take them a little piece of candy or something. Say, hey, can you help me out? Can you do a little bit better than that? All right. Anything else on cash outs? And does this make sense to you? Do you understand why you want to follow, I almost said follow the science, follow the Constitution. Don't let these people lead you wrong. Okay. Who wants some money? Who wants a discount? It's time. It's giveaway time. Giveaway time. Giveaway time. Giveaway time. Giveaway time. Tamika, you want to throw your ball?
Yes, ma'am. In the chat, please. Number between 1 and 20.
While y'all do that, I'm gonna get me a refill.
Lord have mercy.
I'm partying over here all by myself. Well, look, I'm in a hotel room, gotta make my own bed, gotta take out my own trash, gotta do something.
All right, the number was 15.
15.
Naressa.
15.
Narissa. Narissa. How do you pronounce your name? Well, I like that, Nikki.
Oh, she came back and said, don't be calling me, none of that. So, Narissa, I don't think you've been to any of our workshops, have you? What you showing me?
Because I have your site pulled up and I was looking at your classes. I am a new notary. I already have my commission, but I'm just so lost. So I was trying to decide.
You said you just did what?
I recently got my commission.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just lost and just unsure of where to start at, but I'm ready to start. And I'm like I think her name was Miss LaRonda. I do in-home daycare, and it's so up and down, so I need something to supplement my income. And I have kiddos, and I can't leave them here, and I don't have a babysitter. So I'm needing to do something while they're at school, go make a couple $100 and come on back to the house and be here when I get out of school. So
I love it.
yes,
So what I need you to do is to text me your full name, your email address, and Tamika, you're going to put my phone number in the chat, please. And
Yes.
then what I'm going to do, are you available on the 17th? I think that's our next class.
It is.
That's a Saturday morning, 8 to 1.
I'll make myself available.
Okay.
I'm ready to go.
I'm going to send you an invoice. You send me that information, I will send you an invoice with a $25 discount on it for the workshop 1. Since you are new, I'm going to ask that you circle back around for the first class in November, which is Notary 101. So that's where we teach you all those laws, like that stuff I was talking about, them people be asking you to do that's wrong. Yeah, Tamika is your teacher, is your teacher for that. And she's gotten so much experience now because she's doing that in home with her 2 kids. So she's an excellent principal, teacher, what else are you? Lunch lady, all that stuff.
Lunch lady and counselor.
Yeah. So we will see you for that Notary 101 class, the 1st of November. And you'll want to do it in November because we do not train in December. We take the month of December off. The other thing is, those of you who've not been to class, who have an interest in coming to class, I encourage you to go ahead and sign up for the classes in October and November. No classes in December, price increase in January because y'all working me too hard. So anyway, jump on in there, y'all. Jump on in there. So, okay, I didn't hear my phone ding, so you didn't text me yet, right, Narissa? Nikki?
I'm sorry, Nikki. I didn't mean to put you out there like that, but that's my childhood neighbor, my friend.
That's your neighbor?
Well, we were neighbors back when we were little.
Oh, that's
Libby. Yes. So
So
that's why I
y'all,
said, I'm here for you, so make sure you put my number in your phone.
oh, look at that. I love that. Connecting on my, oh, look. Now your name is Bolívar?
Bolivia, but Libby. Everybody call me Libby.
Libby. Okay, well, you go ahead and sign up too. Okay, now we're to the part where you guys can ask me any questions notary related.
But quickly, because it's 7:41 and the debate starts at 8, and we want to be respectful of everyone's time who wants to watch the debate.
Y'all ain't got no questions for me?
That's wonderful.
You know, I always chime in at the last minute, Miss Liz.
You
So
good?
Nikki, I just want to let you know, I have taken all 3 classes, and I am a crybaby when it comes to my money. So when I call Miss Liz, I be wanting her to be on my side. But I will tell you this, and I say this in every class. If you've been on here before, you will hear me say this. I have taken all 3 workshops. I only missed one. If if you go under her guidance and you really listen to her, you will make the kind of money that you need to make. You really will. There's notary signing. I said at 50, I'm gonna quit my job, and at 50, when I turn 50, they laid me off. So guess what? And I haven't missed a beat yet. You know what I'm saying? I haven't missed a beat yet. So just go ahead and take the notary. Don't be scared. Now your first signing, you're gonna call her, you're gonna cry, you're gonna ask her, and that's normal. But don't be afraid. You can make money. It's money out there to be made. Just build your relationships and just listen to what she says. She's not gonna always be on your side, because the first thing she's gonna say is, what tell me what you should have done, Rhonda. I just be wanting her to say, well, go get your money, girl. Go get your money. But that's not how she operates. She's gonna ask you. She's not gonna give you the answer. She most definitely will ask you what you should have done. So you are coming into as a new notary, you are under the right guidance. You are under a person that she's passionate about what she does, and she will mold you into what you need to be.
Now, LaRonda, I will. You said I'm not going to give you the answer. I guide you to the answer. I don't give you the answer, but I guide you to the answer, because most times you know what to do. You might just need some reinforcement. So I need to hear that you know what you're doing. Because see, if you telling me some crazy shit, then that means I didn't teach you right. So then that means I got to pull up. But you have the answer.
Where you gonna pull up to, Miss Lee? So, see, now see, I was trying to be nice about it, but y'all see how she act? Y'all see how she do?
Yeah.
It's not with just you. She does that with everyone.
You keep it real.
She does that with everyone.
Gotta keep it real. So y'all ain't got no more questions?
I do have a question, because this is my first time and I'm here. Where do you sign up for the classes? Because I was invited with the email. So what is the website information? You'll put in the chat? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, she gonna put it in the chat, and there it is right there on the screen for you too.
Oh.
Okay. I appreciate it.
We're gonna pull up on y'all.
Wait a minute. LaRonda, it's the alcohol.
Don't blame it on the alcohol.
And no, you guys, we don't have drinks at every Wednesday Zoom. But we were supposed to have a party
for
tonight.
Yourself.
Tamika.
Yes, ma'am.
Baby.
She wilding tonight.
I see. I have to go hear what Harris has to say to what's his name? Pensy?
Right, to Pence. So we're gonna say good night. Please look at our website for our upcoming classes, our notary nuggets. We have the whole month of October full. We didn't take a break for October, so please check those out. We have some good speakers coming. Next week is Mystery Shopper, how you can make money doing Mystery Shopper. So please check that out. You must sign up on Eventbrite and you'll receive a link just like you did for this evening's Zoom. And we'll see you later.
Mika, you want to tell them, but do you want to tell them about the classes that are coming up?
I just did. I told them to go to the website.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait a minute.
Jesus be offense.
Tamika, are y'all gonna do the mod class again or no? Because I haven't seen it on the website again.
I guess.
Yes, we're doing the mod.
Okay, so that means we'll do it on the 24th. That's the next Saturday.
The 17th, yes, the 24th.
Okay, so I'll put it on the website for the 24th. And LaRonda, you better sign up then, because you know that's a long day for me.
Why not the 17th class?
Because it's attached to the workshop 2, and the 17th is workshop 1.
And that's a long class already. You know, that class is already 6 hours. So we put it on the one with the reverse mortgages, cash outs, and HELOCs, because that's a shorter class. And then could I just ask one question for those of you who've been through workshop 1? I'm contemplating flipping it and doing the documents first and the how to get hired after the documents. What y'all think?
That sounds good.
That sounds great.
I'm
I
thinking
think that sounds good. You know, Liz, I'm just now starting to get out because I had to put everything on hold to play virtual headmaster for my grandson's schooling. Oh,
well,
so,
it's never too late.
yeah, I'm just now starting to get out. I've done 2 signings and it was the day from hell, but that'll be another day. I'll tell you the whole story.
Well, did you let me know? Let's see, when did you take the class?
Oh gosh, it was several months ago.
Were you in classroom or were you on Zoom?
I was on Zoom
Okay.
for the
Okay.
document review one.
So it's been within the year. You
Yeah.
So you did not do Notary 101?
No.
I suggest you do that in November before the prices increase in January.
Okay.
Oh,
And then the document review 2.
Yeah, and then you do the 2 and the 3,
Okay.
which is,
That sounds great.
yeah. Y'all come on in because I need to get out of these streets. I want to do more training so I can get out of the street. I'm like a street walker.
Pull up so she can.
Miss Liz,
Yeah.
what is going on with you?
Well, you ladies are awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much.
Have a good evening.
All right,
Thank you.
bye-bye.
Go enjoy that
Thank
debate.
you.
That debate.
All right, see you
Thank
later.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.